What is going on, guys? Kiamimaru 007 back with another Marvel's Contest of Champions video, and I'm excited because today we are talking about variant 3, right? We're gonna go through the paths, right? We're gonna go through the bosses, give you guys some champion suggestions and all of that. But before we get into today's video, right, I've noticed that over 50% of you are not subscribed. So if you can do me a massive favor before we continue, hit that subscribe button, join the community. That would be much appreciated. But let's get into today's video. Right, so we are going through variant 3. Now variant 3, very well known as the tech variant, because it's got a node, a global node, where every class except tech has 50% reduced base attack, right, or attack damage, however you want to call it, right? And basically this is kind of like 5.3, where you had each of the class types had their advantage paths, right? Well, not their advantage paths, their advantage missions, right? And I remember going through 5.3 with just my my rank 5 Captain Marvel, because, you know, even though her damage was reduced, right, I just saw it as the opponents have double the health, and, you know, she could take double the health. She could do it. So I decided to go into polar opposites, one for that reason, right, because, you know, I just decided to look at it. They have double the health. I don't really have any good techs that I'm willing to rank up right now. I do have Sentinel and I do have Darkhawk, but I'm not really, you know, not really supporting their rank ups, and also I need to awaken the both of them. So I just, like, I didn't want to rank up anybody that I was just going to use for a variant, right? But we have polar opposites here, right? And I decided to go in because of the buffs that these two Magnetos are going to receive. Now, don't know if it's the end of this month or sometime this year. These two Magnetos, both of them, are getting reworked. They're getting buffed, and Colossus is also a champion in this variant who got buffed, right? And his buffs are inside of this variant, right? So I didn't want to, you know, I have no great tech champs now, no warlocks, no guillotines, right? And I didn't want these guys to get buffed and they come out to be the most amazing defenders of all time, right? And the techs basically stand no chance against them, something like that, because of, you know, Magneto's magnetized and whatnot, right? So I decided to go in now, and I was just going to, originally I was just going to clear this chapter, but then moving through the variant, right, I just decided to keep going, you know, while I was on a roll, essentially. So we're gonna go through these variants, go through the path I took, right? And of course, you know what, the path I took might not be the best path for you, right? So just go through the variant with me and see which paths you might be able to take. Right, so firstly we have this Marvel Now Magneto, and I took the She-Hulk path, right? She-Hulk path only has Limber and Transducer. The defender rewards more power when struck, but its presence drains the attacker's power, right? Quite simple. She-Hulk, not hard to fight at all, neither is Daredevil. Thing is the main problem on this path, right? And the champion I used, like I said, I just looked at it as their health being doubled, and the champion I used was Nick Fury. Nick Fury is very good as controlling things rock stacks, right? So I just decided to him. He also has great attack. You know, you've seen my video on Nick Fury, right? That Fury's Fury is very strong, right? So I just used Nick Fury, and yeah, basically took the fight patiently, you know, got into a rhythm, and eventually was easy. And then everybody else is just normal: Green Goblin, Punisher, and Killmonger. Pretty sure I took Punisher and Killmonger with Nick Fury too. Of course, slapping on some attack boost, champion boost, and health boost, right, just to help me through. Maybe you want to save those to the end if you are limited on those resources. Save them for towards the end of the variant, right, if you're going to go with my method and not use text, right? On the left is a bleed path with our arc overload, right? And down the middle is stun immunity and Spectre. The reason I didn't go down the middle was Korg, and the reason I didn't go left is because I didn't want to deal with the bleed, right? The champions I was going to bring in weren't immune to bleed. Now if you have an Omega Red, this might be your favorite path. It might be the easiest for you, right? So yeah. Then we have Magneto Marvel Now with Flux Dispersal. So basically you want to combo parry heavy attack, right? He does have Limber, so this could be a problem. You may need to go in with a couple of champions, right? But basically with Flux Dispersal, each hit on your combo meter, right? Well, not on your combo meter, each hit that you do to him puts on a flux charge, right? A dispersal charge, sorry. And each of them reduce damage taken by 5%. And the only way to remove them, right, is to heavy attack the opponent. So that's why Limber is a little bit of a problem here. But if you have Domino, like I said, Domino with the Massacre synergy just kind of bypasses Limber, so that might be a good option. But yeah, basically anybody that can you know, work a heavy attack into the combo somehow, right? Or if you get really good with you know, how do I say, baiting his heavy and then punishing it, depending on the champions you have, right? But I use Captain Marvel movie, and basically, you know, special 2 and then heavy attack chain, special 2 heavy attack chain, something like that. Wasn't too hard though, wasn't too hard. So the first up, Magneto, not really a problem, right? But then next up we have the red Magneto, right? OG Magneto. And like I said, the reason we went through the variant, you know, variants are going to be here forever, and you don't need to go through the variants right now if you are not ready, right? Variant 1, possibly the hardest, right? Variant 2, if you have a great XL champion, go through it. Variant 4, if you have good champions for that, go through it. You know, just go through them when you're ready. They're going to be here forever. Right, but variant 3, like I said, I don't want them to get buffed and then I'm in an even bigger problem than I was before. Then we went left, the Miles Morales path, right? Just enhanced abilities, Force of Will and Martial Mastery, not really a problem. Of course, Nick Fury cleaning up a whole lot of these fights, right? And then we have the Magneto here. Now, he's got, I don't know how to say that word, bear with me, Gas Warp. Limber, Enhanced Special 1, and Aggression Fury. Now both of these Magnetos have Enhanced Special 2, right? And basically, you know, you want to duel a couple of Magnetos, right, just so you can get the feel of his Special 2, because you can dex his Special 2, it's one dex, but you need to time it perfectly, right, so that you don't get hit, right? Otherwise, not really a problem. Each time the defender is struck, they gain a gas charge, increasing their block penetration by 5%, right? So basically, fighting this guy, parrying is not going to be your friend. One, he has Limber, and also this Gas Warp, right? Every time he hits into your block, or no, it's every time you hit him, right? Then he gets more of you get more of these charges, increasing his block penetration. I think I do remember him slipping up at least once in this fight, right? Trying to parry and him hitting through my block for quite a bit. Pretty sure it was a 5-digit number, right, or even more. So yeah, this is definitely a champion where you want to make sure your backdraft intercepts and special dexes are on point, right? You don't really want to be parrying him. And yeah, that's about it for red Magneto. Otherwise, yeah, we're clear. We're clear with the first chapter of variant 3, and if you want to chill now, you don't want to do it anymore, that's good, right? You've gotten past the part that it might get harder over time. Then next up, for those of you that just want to go through, because I decided just to go through with it while I was on a roll, really. Next up we have the Wolverine. Now I brought in Void, right? Of course, the heel reversal on Void is you know, unbeatable. It's the most amazing in the game, right? And this of course is going to be a Wolverine that you know, of course he's going to have increased healing and enhanced ability, accuracy, and all of that. But yeah, actually not too hard. I brought in Void for it, ended up beating him with Captain Marvel. I just wanted to chip him down a little bit, but yeah, Captain Marvel did the job. Not really a problem. You just want to watch out for that mighty charge. He is aggressive, so you can dex the mighty dex the mighty charge and then parry, right, the next hit, and then vigorous assault. So when he is regenning, he will be unblockable, right? So yeah, that is going to be the part of the match where you want to be hitting him, right, or you're going to want to be dexing. So just a few things you need to keep an eye out for when fighting Wolverine. Otherwise, I went right. I took the Phoenix path, which has enhanced fury and aggression fury. Now you could cheese method this, right, bring in Heimdall and Electro and basically just let them charge up their aggression fury until, like, I don't know, maybe 50, right, and then just take a hit with aggression fury from take a hit by Electro, right, and the aggression fury will be reflected onto them, and you'll survive because you have Heimdall. So that would be a good cheese method for this path. Nobody here can really stop you from doing that, so you can go ahead with that. Otherwise, just bring in champions. nobody here is really a problem. Maybe poison immune for Abomination. Otherwise, I use Nick Fury for a lot of it, right? Just because I had my new rank 5 Nick Fury and decided to use him. Otherwise, Captain Marvel as well, right? But yeah, this mission definitely not the hardest. Then next up we have Storm. And this is just a fundamentals fight, right? You just have to get into the flow of it, and then you have no problem. But here we go, Storm. What I can remember from Storm is that all her specials are unblockable, right? And of course there's more to Storm, but here we go. So Storm specials, right? She has Typhoon. Number one, something you have to look out for is Typhoon, right? And then unblockable specials and protection shielding. So this is one of those fights where you can't just nuke her down, right? She has the cap. Basically, this is going to be a long fight. It's going to be a long fight by Typhoon. When the defender activates special attack, they place a passive iron pulse charge on the attacker. At 10 charges, the attacker is power burned for 100% if their current power and the charges are not removed, right? And if the attacker performs a special 3, all charges are removed. So basically, the mix, how you want to fight Storm, this Storm, right, is you just want to be hitting a normal, it's a normal fight, right, and then dexing specials, of course, special 1, special 2, whichever you're more comfortable with, and then when she gets 9 Typhoon charges, then you throw a special 3. Don't throw any specials, right? Just keep your special 3 the whole time, because this fight is just, how do I say, it's backdraft intercepts and baiting out specials. So it's not a hard fight at all. You just need to be patient, right? And of course save that special 3, right, for 9 charges so that you can get all of them off you. Really not a problem. So first up, the path, right? Enhanced bleed, enhanced crits, and enhanced abilities. We have Gwenpool, right? Pretty normal fight. T'Challa over there, pretty normal. Venom the Duck, not a problem. And of course, Guillotine, not a problem. The problem you may face, and the problem I face too, right, is the Domino. Of course, Domino with her critical failure and all of that is a real problem. If you could bring in a Domino counter, of course, Guardian, the best Domino counter in the game, right? Bring in Guardian if you have a Guardian. You probably don't, but if you do, maybe a 3-star Guardian. Maybe a 3-star Guardian. If you are really confident, right, I would do it, but I was just trying to get through. And then, yeah, like I said, Storm is just backdraft intercepting, right? And, just saving that special 3 for when you have 9 Typhoon charges. Throw the special 3 and she gets reset, right? And what else does she have? She has something else. Here we go. Power efficiency. Defender special attacks cost 50% less. So she will be throwing her specials, right? Just get it to special 2 if you're confident with that. Special 1 if you're confident with dexing that. Otherwise, Storm, not a problem. Storm, not a problem at all. If it was Storm Pyramid X, we'd be having a different conversation. Whoop, I forgot to exit there. But yeah, so far the variant not a problem, but now we're getting into the problem. Now we're getting into where you need specific champions to be beating these bosses, right? And you saw the clip in the beginning, Kang being the final boss. You saw I took him out, right? We're gonna get into why Hyperion was the 4-star Hyperion was the one taking out Kang. But first up, let's talk about this Colossus. If you do not have a bleed immune champion, you have a problem, right? Just gonna get that out there, right? So first up, hit me, I dare you. When struck, the defender gains a Chitin charge, right? At 10, all charges are removed and the defender gains an armor up buff, increasing armor by 50%, lasting 30 seconds. Chitinous Thorns. If the defender has an armor up buff, the attacker is inflicted with a bleed debuff, causing 50% of the defender's attack over 5 seconds each time contact is made. Now, that is every time you touch this, this Colossus, you are going to get bled. And you cannot armor break Colossus, so there will always be armor on this Colossus. And that is, one of the things I was thinking about. I don't know when the variant came out, but I'm pretty sure this variant came before Colossus's buff, and maybe before the buff this wasn't a problem. I would just say any armor break champion will do. You'll just keep the armor buff off them the entire time. But no, what you need now is a bleed immune champion. You need clairvoyant, you need You need, who else? Give me some thoughts, guys. Give me some thoughts. You need Luke Cage, who I used. Omega Red is not gonna help. Omega Red is definitely not gonna help, right? That 90% reduction, you're going to need to be heavy attacking Colossus, and that is making contact with him, and therefore you're getting a bleed on you, and those bleeds really stack up. I think I went in with Captain Marvel just to like hit him around a little bit, and I was indestructible in binary, and I got up to 56 bleeds on me, right? I think it's like one hit gave me 3 bleeds, right? I don't know if that is a bug or something, or I misread, but yeah, one hit gave me 3 bleeds, and those really stack up. And as soon as I came out of indestructible, I died instantly, no ticks, instant death, right? So you need to bring a bleed immune champion, and that just, it doesn't really end the fight, still makes the fight will still be long, but it's a better time. A bleed immune. I use Luke Cage, right? And it was a very, very long fight. He's got like 400,000 health, right? And all those armor ups, right, they really stack up, right? And you can be hitting for like 72. I used my rank 3 or rank 2 Luke Cage, and I took the fight slow, baiting out specials, backdrop, intercepting, and eventually managed to get him down. So maybe you guys want to do the same thing, right? But otherwise, the path that we took, Hurt Locker, you cannot use the same special twice, right, unless the special has a stun at the end where you can heavy attack the opponent, right, before the charge explodes, right? Otherwise you're gonna want to, special 1, special 2, special 3, just as long as it's not 2 special 2s in a row, 2 special 1s in a row. Otherwise we have Ghost, not really a problem. Just heavy attack this Medusa, not really a problem. Or if you have a good Mystic to nullify or stagger those Furies. Then we have Nebula, Sentry, Spider-Gwen, maybe, get a Nick Fury or Venom, stop that evades, right? And then Hood. Otherwise, yeah, the Colossus is just, you're going to need to play patiently and kind of flawlessly. It's one of those fights that are going to be very long, right? And you're just going to have to bear through it. Otherwise, the bleeds will kill you. The bleeds will kill you. So, but yeah, Colossus, just very basic fight as long as you have a bleed immune champion. And then we're getting to the final boss, the Kang. Now the Kang is a problem if you don't have 2 types of champions, right? The one type of champion is somebody who incinerates, and the other type of champion is a champion that shocks. And it needs to be a very reliable incinerate and a long-lasting incinerate, and the same thing for the shock. Maybe Guardian, might be a good option if you can put a shock on the opponent, right? I didn't see if your ability accuracy was being modified in that fight, but if it is, then Guardian will have the shock on him the entire time. Or you could just, use the special 3 with Guardian constantly until you build up enough where you're confident you can take all his health at once. That is, of course, a great option, right? Now, going into the path, we have the Vulture path, right? Crumbling armor, enhanced armor, and enhanced armor break. Not really a problem for anybody here, right? Nobody here is really a problem. Of course, Havoc, you're going to need a Havoc counter, right? Anybody with an armor up, of course, Guardian being one of them. Guillotine 2099, Warlock, right? Or Guillotine, not Guillotine, Ghost. If you have a Hood, you can just phase when you think he's about to plasma detonate. Otherwise, yeah, Havoc not too hard, right? And then we have Kang. Who can? Selective time stream. Every 20 seconds, the defender's health is instantly restored, and that you may be thinking, oh, maybe I can back out of the fight, right? If he's busy restoring. No, it's instantaneous 20% increase, right? I went in with Captain Marvel just to beat him around a little bit, right? Just to see like exactly what he was doing, and got him down quite a bit. Exited the fight before the 20 seconds, right? And then I went in with Quake because once again I wanted to just do a little bit of damage, make my job with the Hyperion much easier. And I planned on quitting out of the fight a millisecond before the selective time stream started, but I was too late, and he instantaneously went back to full health. So you need to keep that in mind. Nothing can stop this defender's regenerate, right? But incinerate and shock debuffs prevent this regeneration. That is amazing. Then you have enhanced special 1 and enhanced special 2. I suggest if you're going into this fight and you're planning on baiting out specials, it should be the special 1. It's pretty basic. It's an Iron Man special, right? Not too hard. But yeah, so I brought in Hyperion, because I could basically just special one spam, right, and take his special ones, because Hyperion's special one has an incinerate that is very, not very, but it's a reliable incinerate, right? You can get up to 3 incinerates on him, right? And it's very reliable in the sense that at least you will at least get 1, right? Is how I felt when I was doing it. And you know what, it worked flawlessly, right? Took me, I didn't one-shot him by any means. I feel like I could have, right? But you know, it's a long fight and you slip up sometimes. You saw how much damage I was doing actually in the fight. So yeah, you do slip up sometimes, and you do get hit with a special one, you know, or you get hit into the block and you die, something like that. So yeah, as long as you keep incinerate on him, right, or a shock, you should be fine. Your sunspots, I think guillotine can put a shock on the opponent, right? Just any of those champions. I was going to go in with Human Torch, but I didn't feel like, how do I say, I felt like I could slip up and there would be no incinerate on Kang, and then he would just instantly restore his health. So I didn't feel like Human Torch's incinerate was reliable enough for me. Not saying it isn't. It's probably a good option as long as you can control the fight, right? Otherwise, Hyperion, very reliable special one. You got the power gain as well, and I just brought in the 4-star Hyperion and just eventually nuked down this Kang, and then the chapter was over. You get your basic 5-star, you get 3 to 4 gem, right? All of those things, and yeah, Variant 3 is done. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I helped you guys, right? Hope you guys gave you guys some good champion suggestions and path suggestions, right? And if I did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, join the community, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified as soon as all videos come out, especially the Variant 3 rewards video. Gonna pop over, open a basic or 2, right? So yeah, otherwise I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your days. Peace.